Hi there, Drew Ribar, auditing Reno 911, candidate for Assembly District 40, and I got attacked by Washoe County Deputy District Attorney Stege in an elevator. Let's watch that again. Yes, this is Washoe County Deputy District Attorney Stege putting a briefcase in my face and laughing about it. Is that what we want from our government officials? Is this what we want from our government? This guy is an attorney for the Washoe County District Attorney's Office. And he can't even remain civil in an elevator. Let's go back here. Let's look at his face after he does this. Again, let's say his name. Washoe County Deputy District Attorney Stege, with a big old shit-eating grin on his face after he tries to throw his little briefcase at me. Let's see if we can get this up here. I don't know. Get him back up there. Let's see here. Look at his face. Let's go back through this. Okay, he's got a guard. Now let's think about this. 3 men walk into an elevator. Let's examine this. 3 men walk into an elevator. One of them's got a gun, a badge, and a body camera. And I'm just simply a guy trying to ask a government employee some questions. Now, this government employee, he's prosecuting somebody, trying to take away their freedom of speech. Well, let's just put it up there what this guy is trying to do as a prosecutor in a case. So Stege is prosecuting a man named Stuart Hanty. Stuart Hanty used to be a sheriff, highway patrol. I've talked about him, done some videos on him before. And he offered him this plea deal. And part of this plea deal is, now I don't know Mr. Hanty other than through my journalism stuff. He reached out to me and wanted to come on the channel and describe some things that happened in his life. You can go back and look in the links and find Stuart Hanty, and we did a live together, and he talked about being a cop. And then he got in some trouble with the government because the government didn't like what he did, and they prosecuted him. And one of the things they don't want him to do is talk to me, I guess. Now, the only thing I do is put stuff on the internet so you all, the public, can look at it and decide, is this right or is this wrong? You figure it out. It ain't for me. I just show you what I find. But I think I find some pretty weird stuff. So yeah, so this guy, he's a prosecutor, puts people in prison, and I guess attacks people in elevators. Now, let's go back more into the story here. So anyways, I've got a lawsuit against Washoe County too. And we got, this is Ms. Alison Kertis. She works for a law firm called Sierra Crest Law Group, and she represents what's called Our Center, Build Our Center. They're the local LGBTQ thing. And they had Drag Queen Story Hour with Washoe County. Washoe County is represented in my lawsuit by this gal right here. Her name is Lindsay Liddell. And she's got quite a history actually on her. Let me see if I can find some stuff. See what we can find on good old Lindsay. Give me a second here. See if I can pull up a screen about her. Where did she go? Should have been better prepared. Okay. Where did it go? Where did it go, Lindsay Liddell? why can't I find it? It's in, it's called, This is Reno did a publication about it, I think. But anyways, there's an article. I can't find it right this second. There's one, Lindsay Liddell. But basically, she prosecuted these people during a fire or after a fire, made a bunch of stuff up, is what the article says. Excuse me. And, put this family that was dealing with a lot of stuff through a lot of hassle and a lot of pain. And so what I found with Miss Liddell is she likes to make stuff up and tell lies. I've also found the same thing out about Ms. Kertis. And I'm going to show you guys the documents. You look at them. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. Are these people crazy liars? I'm going to show you what they've said about me, and I'll show you some other things. Kind of like, let's go back to this just because I'm going to replay this a bunch in this thing here. Yep. Going to replay this a bunch because this is a key thing right here that's happened in my lawsuit against Washoe County. So let's go to the first document here. Let's take a look at this. So anyways, Washoe County has a motion for a restraining order against me along with our center. And so they go in here to say, defendant Washoe County Library System, Jeff's got all the defendants. Say Drew Ribar, that's me, has exhibited an escalating pattern of harassment and intimidation. Now, they filed this back in September 23rd. I guess I'm harassing and intimidating behavior towards defense counsel, clients, and witnesses. Did I just read that right? Intimidation. Let me see. Who is, sorry to do this to you, make you watch this so many times, but this is just baffling to me. Now, who is intimidating here? Who was the one attacking who? Was I attacking this asshole, or was this asshole attacking me, then laughing about it? And you notice the cop was standing right there the whole time, right? That cop standing there that whole time and does nothing. Now, if I'd done anything, what would that cop have done? Yeah. I'm intimidating a guy that's guarded, protected by a guy with a gun and a badge, a bulletproof vest, and his own camera. And there's a camera up in the upper corner of that elevator, if I recall correctly. Anyways, proceed with what Ms. Liddell has told the court. I've gone on a social media campaign to attack the credibility of the defense counsel. Don't give me anything to attack, and I can't attack you. And I'm not attacking you. I'm just showing you what the words say, what the actions are in the video, and then I'm going to let the people judge. The judge gets to judge too, but I think the people need to know how our system is failing them. Ms. Liddell is an employee of Washoe County District Attorney Chris Hicks. And Chris Hicks has a duty and an obligation to serve the people that voted for him. But they don't seem to serve the people that voted for them. They just seem to try to screw the people over. So these are people we got to get rid of in our government, is the people that aren't serving your interests, to live your life freely as an American citizen, where they're trying to take our rights away, and that's what these people are trying to do. So let's get back to some more documentation, since I'm trying to have a social media campaign to attack them. Again, don't give me anything to attack you with. Just be honest. Solve problems. Don't lie. Treat people right. To go on, he recently used obscene language to a library board of trustees trustee to incite her, and later attempted to follow members of the public to their vehicle. You can say whatever cuss word you want to say, and so can I. Cussing for exclamatory purposes, to put an exclamation point on your words, to make sure that people know that you are upset. There is nothing I'm going to not swear. But I admit cussing. I purposely cuss because that's my free right. And the government doesn't get to tell any of us we don't get to cuss. So I attempted to incite her. No, you're either incited or you're not. That's your problem. If I just tell you you're a piece of garbage, piece of shit, then I cussed. Record license plates. Yeah, I was trying to record somebody's license plate in a public place because if you're going to come after me and want to get involved, I want to get your license plate so I can know who you are, so I can add you to the lawsuit. I ain't hiding what I'm doing. I'm going to take you through the proper channels and take you through the court system, just like we are right here. Now here's where they start saying some things. He has gone uninvited to the workplaces of some of our Build Our Center representatives. Well, guess what? These Build Our Center people, let me pull one of these Build Our Center people up for us so we can remember who we're talking about. There's one of the Build Our Center people, except I didn't go to that person's workplace. That's a whole other story. Let's look at another Build Our Center person. These are the people that kicked me out of the public event on September 6th. And I wasn't welcome because I was on their political banned list. Yeah, they had a banned list of people and my name was on their list, so I wasn't allowed to go to their little event. But back to this, because they say that I was uninvited to the workplaces of some of our Build Our Center representatives. So Dr. Alan Ratliff, that's the dude that was holding up his arm. He's an associate professor at the University of Nevada, Reno, which is a public school subject to public records requests. And I found out that the man that kicked me out of a public event, a public street, worked at a public university. So I went and tried to get public records on him. You can go watch that video too. Let's see. Then they said, Build Our Center, he was president council's office disturbingly. He posted details on YouTube. Yeah, I shared a public records request with We the People. So y'all can watch what happened and decide, should our government be doing this? Should people that are getting paid all of this government money be doing what they're doing? Are we paying our good tax dollars to these people that seem to rule our lives? I don't think that these people should be ruling our lives. I think they're out of control in their own lives. He's referred to a political hit list, which he believes he's on. Well, do I believe I'm on this list, or did somebody send me this list? And thank you for sending me the list. So this is what these attorneys do. They just lie throughout these documents. County defendants have no knowledge or involvement with any creation of such a list. I don't know if they do or they don't. Ribar continues to communicate with defense counsel and the library board of trustees about it. Yeah, I was trying to find out about the government making political ban lists. Should our government be banning people based on their speech and their political beliefs? That's what they've done to me. And they wonder why I might be a little upset. So I take every legal recourse I can to solve the problem. Now, all of you that watch the videos and reach out to the government, please be polite. Please don't. I don't want to. They're accusing me of doing all kinds of things like doxing them and all of this other garbage that I've never done. So if you reach out to these people's place of employment and they work for a public institution like a university or the police department or the district attorney's office, be polite and professional in your interaction. If you're pleased with them, let them know. If you're displeased with them, let them know that too. Anyways, they're just trying to basically lie about me, tell me that I'm this person that I'm not. So then they want to enjoin me, restrain from being within 600 feet of the libraries, or let me see, enjoin, restrain not to come within 600 feet speaking with or sending any type of written communication, including any social media platform, to the library or any library employees. They don't want me to petition my government. Ribar should be enjoined, restrained, and prohibited from physically approaching, not to come within 600 feet, county defendants counsel or any employee of the Washoe County district attorney's office except for attending a hearing in this case. They don't want me to come here and hear anybody. Yeah, how am I supposed to know who these people are? I don't know half these people. I just meet them as I go. Ribar should be enjoined, restrained from, prohibited from physically entering the Washoe County District Attorney's office. So I can't go serve them papers in a lawsuit in person if I need to do that. I can't go file a complaint at the Washoe County DA's office. They don't want me to go to the public office. I'm just one man that publishes videos about these people, that catches them in their lies. And look what they try to do to me. While attending a library board of trustees meeting, whether before, during, or after, Ribar shall not harass, threaten, intimidate, or follow any person, including the appointed trustees, library staff, and members of the public. If during any library board of trustees meeting a trustee ejects Ribar for behavior that disrupts the forum, Ribar shall be required to immediately remove himself from the premises. They just really don't want me to be there. Ribar shall not direct any public records request to county defendants counsel. Instead, must use the Washoe County online public records portal. The law doesn't say you got to use a portal. The law is specific. You can go into the place that holds the public records and you can do an oral request. I've committed no crime. I've done no wrong. I've followed nobody. I've stalked nobody, except here they go with they're just full of garbage. Ribar should be enjoined, restrained, and prohibited from continuing to post content. So they want me to stop posting content. This is what the Constitution is for. This is what Washoe County District Attorney Chris Hicks is against. This is what many of the government employees and bureaucrats that we've allowed to work in our government believe, is they should be able to control what it is we're doing. This is crazy. Now they want me to go ahead and remove any and all reference to Lindsay Liddell. Hi, Lindsay. DDA Liddell, etc. on any social media account that I operate. So they want me to take it off of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and TikTok. So by the way, guys, hey, like, subscribe, comment, do all that other good stuff. Help me grow the channel, help spread the word about our corrupt government, what these people are doing, trying to take away our First Amendment rights. I've threatened nobody with any harm or violence. I just say you're doing things wrong. This is nuts what these people do. Here we go. Ribar operates YouTube channel with now over 30,000 subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And subscribe to my Facebook channel, Ribar for Nevada Assembly 40. I've got over 109,000 followers there now. Thank you very much. Check me out at Auditing Reno 911 on Facebook too. Also Auditing Reno 911 on Instagram, 20,000 followers there. Channels keep growing. People are interested in corrupt government. Yeah, this is crazy. So unless, of course, the government and a judge forces me to take it all down because they don't like my words. Just wait. It'll get better here. So that's, yeah. Ribar's harassing videos have led to doxing and direct harassment of county defendants. Well, hey, let me share something with you. Let me share something with you if I can. Can I share it? Oh, here. Okay. So anyways, one of the things that happened to Dr. Alan Ratliff is, and they're trying to bring this into the court too, is somebody sent Dr. Alan Ratliff or left him a voicemail. So here's a voicemail that went to Dr. Alan Ratliff. Let's see if I can get it to play here.
Mr. Ratliff, my name is Peter Truman. I am an attorney with Truman and Associates. We are a group of about 20 lawyers that specialize in serving or servicing, suing public idiots, of which you are now one. You see, you barred a guy from a pride festival at your university, and that is a violation of civil rights. So, sir, we put you on notice. You are being sued in federal court for a federal civil rights lawsuit. If we win and you lose, we will take everything you have. Your position at college, your retirement, your real estate, your vehicles. So, sir, be prepared to lose that all. And like I say, be prepared to search for some other place of employment.
Now, I'm not represented by this guy. I don't condone what he said. And do things like this for me. That doesn't help. Don't leave dumb voicemails. Do public records requests and send me the public records requests. I've got some people doing that, and that helps a lot. But don't reach out and pretend to be something that you're not. This guy looked up his name, doesn't appear to be a real attorney. I'm not hired anybody, and I wouldn't hire anybody that. Yeah, please don't do that. Just reach out, be polite, be professional if you want to petition your government. So anyways, the Washoe County and Build Our Center attorneys want to take my rights. They want to basically take a lot of my stuff off my channel with regards to this stuff. I think the public's got a right to know how our system works or doesn't work. So anyways, back to this little event. The other day, I got an email from Ms. Lindsay Liddell representing the county. And Ms. Liddell wanted to do a meet and confer. And that's a legal thing you have to do with the other party before you start filing motions. She says she's going to file for a temporary restraining order against me regarding my recent harassing, menacing, and intimidating conduct. Ms. Liddell intends to file this on an emergency basis to expedite the court's attention to the matter. This is in part based on your conduct shouting at Ms. Kertis, that would be the other attorney, after our hearing last Wednesday, October 15th, on the courthouse steps. It is also based on your conduct today in shouting at my colleague, D.D. Amos Stege, the guy in the elevator, after a criminal hearing where you antagonized him and asked him something to the effect whether he is silencing the First Amendment. Okay, I'm not sharing the conversation or the audio with that. I want Ms. Liddell to listen to her own body cameras. It'll make more sense here in a minute as we get through this. But yeah, Mr. Stege, Amos, Lindsay Liddell, stop fighting against the Constitution and start fighting for the Constitution. Start protecting people's rights. First Amendment, like Lindsay Liddell, and referencing something to the effect that I was in a lockdown. These are not the exact quotes, also based on your continued online harassment of me, including but not limited to. What do you mean by online harassment? You mean like making videos showing the bullshit you're pulling and the lies you tell? Spamming DA-related social media with false claims that I've lied. Okay, if I'm libeling, sue me. Lindsay Liddell, you have lied. I'm proving it. And everybody else watching the video, like, comment, you let me know if you think I'm proving she's lied. We'll get to it. We'll keep going. False claims, doxing clients. Have you guys, if you watch my videos, have you ever heard me give anybody's personal address or personal information? That's doxing. I've never done that. So I don't know how she's gotten evidence of me doxing clients. Maybe it's like that email she sent me where she's giving that, voicemail that she's giving me, that she's giving the court where the guy called Dr. Ratliff and told him he was a lawyer and lied to him. I didn't do it, but they're using that against me in the court. Anyways, I guess my actions cause Ms. Liddell significant mental distress to the extent that I have been required to seek mental health care, have experienced substantial disruptions in my sleep. Wow. and have been disrupted in carrying out my normal course of work. Your behavior is entirely inappropriate in the course of a civil case. What behavior? You mean like sharing public records? Anything you do in a lawsuit's public. We're not sealed by the court. And my whole goal in doing this is to show where government corruption is. And you are the epitome of government corruption. And that's why you don't want to see the light of day, the light of press, the light of media, is because you're corrupt. You lie. And you get paid with tax dollars to do it. So she sent me that email saying she's going to do a temporary restraining order against me. So I got back to her. I said, "Greetings, Ms. Liddell. I'm responding to your October 22nd, 2025 email purporting to initiate a meet and confer under the local rules, yada, yada, yada." I say, mode of communication, court ordered email, the official minutes proceedings from our April 28th case management conference. Doesn't really say that. It said I was misinterpreting it. The agreement was reached precisely, but basically what we decided when we first started communicating and started the lawsuit is they don't want to be on my camera. I want to record everything. So let's do it by email. That way nobody can lie. It protects everybody. If you document everything, you're all protected. But anyways, I told her for what I needed to do a meet and confer is I needed her emails, your emails level generalized accusations of harassing, menacing, doxing, and false claims. I wanted her precise statements. When did I do these things? Where was I at? What were the actions that are harassing and intimidating? What is the exact online content she's accused me of that constitutes the doxing? Again, never doxed anybody. False claims. What have I ever said that's false? Show me lots of videos out there. Pick a video, show me where I'm lying. Show me where I'm saying something fake. The objective factual basis for asserting that my conduct caused you measurable stress or impaired your professional duties. She's accusing whatever it is that I'm doing, which is making videos and showing the public what's going on. I guess that's stressful. But why would it be stressful? If you're doing the right thing, there should be no stress, right? Or when you're doing so, ask yourself this question. If you're out there doing the right thing, are you stressed out? If you're out there doing the wrong thing, are you stressed out? Which one puts that big knot in your gut? I'm doing the wrong thing. I know how I feel and it's not good. I'm doing the right thing. I'm pretty happy and don't worry about a whole lot of stuff. Excuse me. Let me go to say legitimacy of Hanty inquiry. Go watch my Stuart Hanty video I just did, and that's where in the courtroom I think Amos Stege lied. And basically what I'm looking into is Amos Stege lying about Stuart Hanty and a parole and probation report where Amos Stege again, that's this guy here again. Amos Stege was trying to take away Stuart Hanty's ability to communicate with people. Do you see a pattern here? Amos Stege wants to take away Stuart Hanty's ability to communicate with people, his freedom of speech. Lindsay Liddell wants to take away my ability to communicate with people about things that are really happening. Again, I'm not lying. If I lie, sue me for libel. That's what the Constitution says. Oh, this is just nuts the more I get into it. It's crazier and crazier and crazier. Let's try to get back to this right. Is this the right one? That's the wrong one. Where's the right one? There we go. That's the right one. So there's lots of pages to this email string we've got here. I'll share them all with you so you can read them if you want to. But the long and the short is we're supposed to be communicating. I insist on doing it so it's documented. Lindsay Liddell, who purports to be afraid of me and need counseling and can't sleep because of my actions, she wants to have an undocumented meeting. She wants to have like a phone conversation where I don't record it, but she's afraid of me. Now, if you're afraid of somebody, do you do things where you're not protected, like recording? Or do you insist on a non-recorded, non-documented meeting with somebody that you're fearful of? So now, what are they using to prove that I'm such a dangerous individual? Now let's get into some of that here. So here's some affidavits we've got. It's a declaration of Jerry Scott. And this is for the defendant, Bildar Center's motion for case management, conference, restraining order, and sanctions. So let's get into this here. It says, I, the undersigned Jerry Scott, state under penalty of perjury. Penalty of perjury, Jerry. You dumbass. Yeah, I swore again. I am over age 21 years and competent to testify regarding the matters asserted herein, which are based upon my own personal knowledge, save and except for any stated upon information, but as to such matters, I believe each to be true. Good God. Whoever wrote this sounds like some stupid attorney. I am employed as a paralegal. Ah, there you go. At Sierra Crest Business Law Group. Oh, that's the lawyers representing the ER Center people. She's having her employees write affidavits. Imagine that. Don't even know who this person is. Can't wait to meet her. I want to depose her. I want to put her up in the stand and ask her a bunch of questions. Who represents Bildar Center defendant named in that certain proceeding currently pending before the United States District Court in this case number. Thus, testimony is made for and in support of Bildar Center's motion for case management, conference, restraining order, and sanctions because they don't want me to make these videos anymore. On the evening of Monday, September 15th, 2025, around 5:18 p.m., I witnessed a male person standing outside the front door of Sierra Crest Business Law Group. After I got in my car, I observed that he was still loitering outside the office. Loitering, oh my gosh. And found his contact peculiar enough to note his physical appearance and behavior. His presence made me wary and uncomfortable because it was after close of business and he had no business being at our office at that time. Oh my gosh. The following morning, I addressed with my coworkers and I'm able to identify this same person to be Drew Ribar. Oh my gosh, she says I was hanging out, loitering at her office at around 5:18 p.m. on September 15th. You know what we all carry in our pockets, everybody? We all carry these magical GPS devices. Let me see if I can get to the right part of my little magical GPS device here. But we all have this thing right here. I don't know if anyways. And if you go into your settings and stuff, you can go into this one section called where I'm trying to make it so you can see it. I think you can kind of see it there. It might be backwards. Anyways, it's called Your Timeline. At least this is on an Android. And you go into your timeline, and guess what you can do there? Well, again, there's a whole calendar there. And you can go back in that calendar and you can track exactly where the hell you were, when you were, yada, yada, yada. And guess what I did? So let's just kind of go back here. So that was September 15th, I think she said there. No, September 15th. Well, lo and behold, here's the map. I'm going to not show you the stuff at the bottom because that gives you some addresses. But lo and behold, I was never there. I was, looks like I was around Washoe Valley and I was around Carson City. That's nowhere near where you say I was, you fucking liars. You lied to the court. You perjured yourself. You fucked up. Why do you need to lie? Don't lie. Tell the truth. solve the problem. But instead, what the government does is they make up lies to bullshit the public so that they can keep making money off of us instead of just solving the problems. This is the bullshit that's happening. So anyways, this is, let's get back to who this is. Declaration of Jerry Scott, Jeriscott. And Jerry Scott, the liar, works for Sierra Crest Business Law Group. Thanks for the lie, Jerry. There's your signature. Okay. Sorry, I get a little upset when people lie about me. But wait, hang on. We don't have just one lie. We can't survive with just one lie, can we? Let's check this one out. Oh my gosh. Is Guadalupe. What are we doing, Guadalupe Garcia? Guadalupe, are you a liar? Don't be a liar, Guadalupe. So let's see if Guadalupe is a liar too. I, the undersigned Guadalupe Garcia, state under penalty of perjury the following. I'm over age 18 and competent to testify regarding the matters asserted herein, which are based upon my personal knowledge, save and except for any stated upon information, but as to such matters, I believe each to be true. Excuse me again. I'm employed as a receptionist for Sierra Crest Business Law Group, who represents Bildar Center, a defendant named in that certain proceeding currently pending before the United States, yada, yada, yada. Testimonies made in support of defendant Bildar Center, motion to, take away my constitutional rights. Guadalupe, I'm sure you believe in the Constitution, don't you? And you wouldn't do anything to deny another citizen's constitutional rights, would you? You wouldn't lie. In the early afternoon of September 16th. Oh my gosh, in the early afternoon of September 16th. The next day following the last lie. Around 1:45 p.m. to 3 p.m. I witnessed a man driving his vehicle slowly past Sierra Crest Business Law Group. Oh my gosh. A car was driving outside of a business. So scary. I observed him looking. Oh, he was unnervingly looking into our windows. I thought he was driving. How are you driving, watching the road, or are you driving and crashing, glaring, or what was the word you used there, Guadalupe? Unnervingly, looking unnervingly. Upon being presented with a picture of Mr. Ribar, hang on a second. Sierra Crest Business Law Group, attorney Alison Kertis, has my picture? Oh, but I guess I got a picture of her because I make videos. Why do you have a picture of me, Alison? Here, let me show you again why I got a picture of you. Let me put your mug back up there so everybody can know who you are. That's Alison Kertis. She's a liar. Hey, Alison, if I'm libeling you, sue me. You're a lawyer. You should be good at suing people. You know what? I'm not lying. I'm just pissed off because you're lying about me. Picture of Mr. Ribar, paralegal Jerry Scott. Oh, so Jerry Scott and Guadalupe were talking about it together. Nice. I was able to connect the dots. Guadalupe connect the dots and recognize the man driving the car as Mr. Ribar. So she recognized me as the person driving the car. Factual statement to the court. Perjury. I wonder if this judge will send anybody to jail for this perjury crap, or if they just kind of get off because they're all part of the lawyer guild or whatever the hell it is. This realization, I made her uncomfortable. It made her uncomfortable realizing she lied about me because I wasn't there. Because guess what? Again, I'm not going to pull it up because we got some other stuff that I've got planned for my responses might have some more plans. But let's just say that I made a video at the time one of these things was happening with another government official. I carry multiple phones with me. I've got GPS in my car. I've got a car camera in my car. You probably shouldn't lie about anybody that has any of these things in their lives, and we all carry these phones. Don't lie about where people were, like Guadalupe does. And And there we go. What else? And here's Guadalupe's signature. So there we go. Cool. Thanks for the lies, Guadalupe. What else do we got here that we want to share? I'll just go back to this guy here. I just like looking at his ugly mug because, especially because, you know, of what Lindsay Liddell said about me. That I was yelling at him. I was menacing him. Who was the one menacing? Was I menacing or was he menacing? Hey, Lindsay, who is menacing? People out there, what do you think? Who's menacing? Hey, Paul Miller, am I an auditor? Yeah, I do audits. Sorry for the delay. I wasn't watching the messages. I've been busy talking because I'm just amazed at this stuff. So anyways, the other thing that happened, so you just saw those affidavits, right? So the next interesting information that I've got, somebody sent me the banned list, and I really want to say thank you to the people out there that see the problem and are sending me information. Thank you very much. Keep sending me stuff that really helps put all the pieces together of what the government's doing behind our back, because just like we found out with Miss Alison Kertis, they keep pictures of us. They do all this stuff. I mean, I've got stuff because I do journalism stuff and I'm telling stories and I need to share the story. Other than that, I wouldn't have pictures of any people in my computer. Why are you keeping a picture of me? You don't need a picture of me for a court case, do you? I don't need your picture for the court case. Let's just resolve the court case. Anyways, the next thing that I got is this little thing here. Let me get my face out of the way here. Now, what this is an email from Lindsay Liddell to her clients. Jonica Bowen, Jennifer Cole, Ton Wynn, Jamie Hemingway, Beat Weinert, Kristen Ryan, Ben West, Kobe Burnett, Herb Kaplan. There we go. And it says, good afternoon. As you may know, Drew Ribar has recently become consumed with some events that occurred at the Reno Pride event. I didn't know I was consumed. Cool. Consumed. Interesting word. He has been inundating me and co-defendant Our Center's attorney with emails, threatening to amend his complaint. No, I'm not threatening to amend. I was promising to amend, and I did amend my complaint. So I've filed a motion to amend my complaint. So I've amended my complaint to bring in the incident where the Our Center people, Dr. Alan Ratliff, other people, Reno PD, kicked me out of the Pride event because I'm on a political ban list. I don't get to go to public events because they don't like my politics, I guess. And all that I want is the Constitution and government accountability. What's bad about those politics? I think if you're on the left, you can agree the government needs to be accountable. I think if you're on the right, you can agree the government needs to be accountable. Pretty simple. Let's go make laws to rein in the government and protect the people from the government. I mean, they're always going to make laws to make the government more powerful over the people. Let's make some laws so the government's accountable to people. But anyways, this email that Lindsay wrote, inundating her with threats to amend. Like I said, it's not a threat. I don't threaten. I just promise. Let's fix things or I'll escalate in a legal way. Calling us liars. Yeah, I'm calling you liars. When she asked me, I don't recall her ever asking me, maybe she did, about any correlation between the Pride. I don't know the correlation yet. I'm still digging into it. But it seems really suspicious to me. All the different government entities that have given this Our Center a bunch of money, that you're all working in concert together. It certainly seems that way to me, especially as we get further into this letter. Anyways, Ms. Liddell sees no relation. However, she goes on to say, he has recently gone to the workplaces of several Our Center volunteers or members. Yeah, I went to the University of Nevada, Reno, where they worked, and I went to Truckee Meadows Community College, where they worked. On Monday and Tuesday of this week, he was seen waiting in the private property parking lot. So let's see, the Washoe County Deputy District Attorney Lindsay Liddell knows that I was waiting in the parking lot at Sierra Crest Law Group, just like those affidavits just said. So they're all in cahoots together. They're all communicating together. Are the attorneys supposed to be doing that, or are they supposed to be colluding with government attorneys, with private attorneys? Oh, interesting. Because I wasn't there. But what's really interesting is this wording right here, quote or bracket, whatever that is. She was not present on either days. So there's another email out there. But basically what Lindsay Liddell is saying is that she knows, the Washoe County District Attorney knows, that this person, I surmise, works for Sierra Crest Law Group. This is another one of the people that kicked me out of the Pride event. So an employee of the Sierra Crest Law Group kicked me out of Pride because she was not present on either days. So that's an interesting thing. Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks, Lindsay. I appreciate you putting the pieces of the puzzle together for me. Why are you wasting the court's time? Why are you wasting the people's time? Why don't you just solve this problem with me and come to a resolution? I really don't get it. Instead, you make up lies and try to do bullshit with me. Ribar's behavior appears to be escalating, and our center's attorney intends to file something in our case and try to address it. Well, you saw what they filed, those restraining order things I shared with you. I know there's no library board of trustees meeting tonight. I want to remind you all to be cautious of any interactions, avoid any becoming involved. That was all good advice. Recommend, don't interact with me and you stay safe. Just do your job. Be a good government employee. Anytime he's not does something to make you feel unsafe, please utilize county's workplace violence resources. Yep. That's what you should do. So anyways, oh, Paul, sorry again for taking a minute to respond. Maybe I'm up with you. Paul, guess what? They kicked me out. Go watch some of my other videos, Paul. They're all on YouTube if you want to go watch them. But yeah, they kicked me out of Pride because I'm on their political ban list, along with, let's look at who is on the political ban list if you want to know. Bruce Parks, he's the chairman of the Washoe County Republican Party. Victoria Meyer, she was a Washoe County school board candidate. Her husband, Cliff Nellis, he's a street preacher. I guess they don't like street preachers either. And Michelle Holt, that's who was on the ban list. But it just amazes me that the Washoe County District Attorney accuses me of doing what their employee did. And then, like I said, look at the guy's face as he turns around. Look at him. This is just. Anyways, I think that's what I got to share today. There, look at that big shit-eating grin in that asshole's face. Should he be a government employee, especially if he's lying to the court? That's really what we got to find out. How we'll know if he's lying to the court. So in the Stuart Hanty hearing, there's going to be another hearing with Judge Breslow on November 24th, and they're supposed to bring all their evidence and produce their evidence. And if he can bring his father's caregiver, and his father's been dead for 19 years, and one of the accusations is Stuart Hanty was harassing his father's caregiver, and prove that this has happened, and prove Stuart Hanty did this, then I'll retract that this guy's a liar. But this guy doesn't get to put in front of a judge, take a man's freedoms and rights away, bullshit lies. Because who's wasting money and who's wasting time? So I urge everybody to vote. The upcoming election might not seem important, might seem a ways off, but we need to get rid of the current people in there like Chris Hicks. He needs to go. He's got a bunch of bad people working for him, or maybe he's just out of control. So, anyways, have a great Saturday. I'm going to get going, enjoy the windstorm. And I'll share some more of the adventures of dealing with corrupt Washoe County, corrupt Carson City, corrupt government in general. And I'm running for Assembly District 40. And my whole goal of running is I want to go make laws to make government accountable, make it so good government employees have a way to get rid of the bad government employees and not be retaliated against. So we can make a better government and make a better workplace for the good people that are there. I want good, strong laws that stop people from stealing and hurting other people. But other than that, government should really let everybody live their life. So have a great day. It's Saturday, and it's a windy day in Washoe Valley, Nevada. Thank you much.